So good morning, everyone. Welcome all to the Chinese University of Hong Kong, the admission talk offered by the Department of Japanese Studies. So I'll just introduce myself first. I'm Ming, the Deputy Chair and Associate Professor of the Department of Japanese Studies. So today we have our colleague, Ms. Helen Chan, with us. So Helen will answer some questions about the admission. So first of all, let me provide you some information about the major program of our department. So I think many of you like Japan, am I correct? So according to a recent survey, official survey, from January to August in 2024, there is about 1.8 million Hong Kong visitors visited Japan. It was a great number. Maybe some of you were in it. So we talk about Japan in many occasions. So many people said that, okay, Japan is a miracle after the World War II because of its rebuild. So you can see some pictures here. So actually, Japan started to rebuild himself and construct himself starting from the 1950s. So you can see at that time, the economy was not so good, but from the 70s, you can see they have an infrastructure of large-scale reconstruction and also the economic growth in the country. So from the 80s and 90s, you can see the service and the production industry, they were doing very great. So many people said that the service was good, the product was good, and Ming Japan was a brand name at that time. So besides, you can see the business that attract some different companies from the foreign industries. And also one of the most attraction point is the idol. The animation, we simply call it ACG. A stands for animation, G stands for game, and also C stands for comics, ACG. So you can see many, especially young people like you, you enjoy seeing your idols in the concert and also in many mangas and comic books. But besides the extraction points, Japan has a lot of social problems. For example, you can see there are property problems. People lost their home and they lost their job. And also political issues with the countries surrounding, including China, Korea, and other countries. So we have a lot of issues when we study Japan. So then we come to our main issue. So what is Japanese studies? So Japanese study is actually an area of studies and encourage interdisciplinary approaches in pursuing knowledge and emphasize multiple angles and perspectives in analyzing Japan. And we have the same department in various famous prestigious universities like Oxford, Cambridge, Peking University, and the National University of Singapore, etc. So from our department, what can you learn from us? So first of all, our program is an integrated package, including different elements, including the society, culture, and language. And we expect students to develop a specialized area of knowledge within Japanese studies by taking the final research project. So the student will have their supervisors. The supervisors will take care of them and supervise the academic and also how to do the research. And also we have a very, we can see the attractive point, which is the experiential learning through our mandatory one-year exchange program in Japan. So this is mainly for JUPAS students. And also we have other programs like short-term program, like exchange, and also internships. This is also for participation of our students. So we have a group of very experts in different fields. The upper row is the professorial staff. Starting from the left, Professor Len Nakanos, our chairperson, and Professor Ban Ng, and myself, and Professor Yellen, and Professor Peters. So they are in different areas like anthropology, history, Japanese linguistics, and philosophy. So the row below is our lecturers, like Dr. Ueda, Dr. Aoyama, Ms. Choi, Dr. Guo, Dr. Lin, Mr. Lau, and Dr. Chu. So we have the very experienced Japanese language teachers and also experts in different areas like popular culture, Japanese history, and also tourism. So look at our figures on the Japanese language proficiency test N1 level. As you know that we have a public examination which is recognized in many in the world. Actually, it's many industries and also universities and also institutions. So like the TOEFL in English. So look at our figures. So we did very well, actually, for our major students. So before the graduation, they passed the N1 test with the passing rate nearly over 90%. Okay, near 90%. So we come to, I think many of students enjoy when they join our program, which is the exchange program in our partner universities in Japan. So you can see the map, which is the map of Japan, and the list on the right-hand side will show you our partner universities offered by our department. So from the very beginning, number one is from Hokkaido, and you're going down, you can see Tokyo, like University of Tokyo, Sophia Universities, and then going down, we have Waseda, and then we have Gakushuin. So these are universities in Tokyo. And also we have universities in Nagoya area, like Nagoya University. And also we have the Kansai areas. For example, in Osaka area, we have Kansai Gaikukugo Daigaku. And going down, we have also from Kobe, University of Kobe, and University of Hiroshima. And then going down, the last one is from Kyushu, University of Kyushu. So we have a couple of universities for our major students to choose where they want to go. So talk about year of exchange. Later, we have a major student to give his sharing about the year exchange and also his FIP. So you can see the pictures here. So our students actually, they participate in various extracurricular activities other than his or her academic studies. For example, they have homestays, families, homestay program with their families in Japan. And also they join various, this is I think it's a welcoming party with other foreign exchange students in Japan. And they also enjoy their own sports activities in the university. For example, archery, you can see the picture on the right-hand side. Of course, they will enjoy their own trip in Japan for their personal trip and also for their study trip, for their projects. And we have also cultural activities, like this is the Japanese traditional clothes, we call it kimono. This is a wearing experience. You have a professional teacher teach a student how to wear a proper kimono in an official way. So talk about the exchange year. So what do they do? So mainly, they need to study Japanese language. That's why you can see the proficiency of our students are very good. And also, besides the Japanese language, later, for example, after half a year, so they will join the other courses, study, for example, different subjects, psychology, business, Japanese religions, economies, in English or Japanese, with the Japanese students in the university. And club activities, as I mentioned, orchestra, archery, so both sports and cultural activities. And also homestay trips. So they can meet many people, not only their teachers, not only their Japanese peers, but from everyone from the world. So we're talking about our experiential learning, which is the FIP, Vanilla Projects. So all of our major students need to take the FIP in their final year. Of course, they started a few years before. They started in year 2, they join some preparatory courses, and then do their fieldwork in the 3rd year, and then they finalize their writing in the 4th years. So here are some of the project titles. For example, corporate cultures, fashion magazines, about environmental protection, and also about the fan culture in Japan. So you can see quite a lot. This is only part of them. And also we talk about the internship. We offer internship program in Hong Kong in the summer for our 2nd year students to prepare for themselves, to have their job hunting, to prepare for their career. So these are the most updated companies. Like we have the cooking studio company, and also we have a representative office from Hyogo Prefecture, and also we have a prestige airline company, Japan Airlines, and also the famous banking institution is Sumitomo Mitsui Banking in Hong Kong. So all these companies in various industries, so they provide very good opportunities, and also they train our students to be, we can say, a professional in working as a staff in a Japanese company. So prepare for their future career, and they can earn their own experience, which cannot be earned in the classrooms. Of course, internship is a competitive. So we want to recruit students who really want to join this, and they have their responsibility. They really want to try different things, try the new things, and explore themselves. So the program duration in the summer will be ranging from 2 weeks to 2 months. Depends on the companies, and also depends on the nature of the job. So why we encourage students to join the internship? Because the first thing is, as you know that nowadays university students so need to have the internship as working experience in their CV. And also the experience from the internship program will tell your potential employees in the future. So I'm really well prepared. I have such experience. I can work immediately for you. So that means increased possibility of being hired. And also, it also serves as a good opportunity to a lot of students to understand better in a particular field. For example, nowadays the airline industry is recovering. So many people traveling all over the world. So if a student want to join airline industry, they can use the Japanese language. So if they have the internship program experience in the airport or in the airline industry, in the company, so they can immediately can tell the employers that I did something, and tell them I'm ready for the job. And also for the motivation for further studies. So actually our students, after graduation, so they will join different programs in the master or even the PhD programs, and also some professional diplomas and etc. to upgrade themselves. So talk about student activities. So you can see, this is in the campus. You can see our students, they run different activities throughout the years. For example, the Japanese Culture Festival, and also we have the speech contest, and also we have the booth in the Culture Festival to showing what they learn in the classroom, and also tell the university and also the students and the teachers in the campus, so what Japan is. So next we go to our streams. So in our major programs, we have streams. We have 3 streams, and namely business and management, global perspective, and language linguistics, all about Japan. So this is a package So if students would like to choose the stream, they can take a couple of course, which is in the package. So after fulfilling the requirements, so they can have the stream in Japanese something, which will be printed on the transcript. So to tell your potential employers, and also when you go for further studies, you have one more, you can see qualification or evidence showing that you are the experts in this area of Japan. I talk about the foreign exchange studies in Japan. Of course, you think that, wow, I need extra money to fulfill this requirement. Yes, so that's why we also provide the financial support to our students. Take an example. The student scholarship received by our major student. This is the latest example, the figures in 2023 to 2024. And we have different scholarships, like this part of them, Gesso and Resona Group Awards. And also we offer financial aid for students who may have some difficulty in arranging sufficient funds for their one-year studies. So here are some of the examples. And also in the CUHK, we have different fundings, scholarships offered by university colleges to support the students to achieve their dream. So looking at our employment rate is great, 900% every year. As you know that, so in a society, we need people knowing different kinds of knowledge, including language and also different areas of knowledge and specialization. Okay, so our students are always an expert in Japan, so they can join different industries. So you can see the chart showing the percentage in different industries. So talking about the career paths, so I can say many of us students joining private sectors, private companies, for example, banking, trading companies, firms, including Japan, local, and also multinational. And also some of them join the public service and also the NPO or NGO or education sector. And some go for further education like the MBA, LLB, further upper degrees, and also different master and even PhD degrees in local and also foreign universities. And here are the list of graduates. I myself is also a graduate of this department. And we have different graduates like Mr. Man, and also Kimi, and Sunny, Kenny, and Minnie, and Jana, and Carol. So you can see they are joining different industry and supporting and contributing to our society in different ways. So I think the most important part in the mission talk, definitely you want to know how to be admitted in our program. So first of all, I talk about entrance requirements. Best 5 subjects. And for mission in 2024 and beyond, we have some new requirements. The minimum requirements 332A for the 4 core subjects of Chinese, English, mathematics, and the new citizen and social development, with the A referring to attendant, because there's no grade, it's A as attendant. And also level 3 in either 1, 2 elective subjects, or 2, 1 elective subjects and mathematics extended module 1 or 2. And category C means other language subjects. You need to have A2 or above in French, German, Spanish, or level N3 or above in the JLPT, Japanese Language Proficiency Test, or grade 3 or above in Korean, what we consider as unspecified elective subjects. So here are the table summarizing these entrance requirements. Okay, look at the new arrangement. We call it Category C. Category C is referring to other language subjects. So the grade point conversion for Category C, so because we have a different examinations, so they have some conversion system for different language. So you can see, for example, we talk about Japanese. So this is for the Japanese language proficiency test, as mentioned before. For N1 level, is equivalent to a grade point 7, and etc. Okay, so if you have passed a certain particular examination, so please look at your result and see your qualification can be recognized through this system. The admission statistic in 2024, best 5 subjects, our cut is JS 4068. The median is 25, upper quartile 27.5, and the lower quartile is 23. So you can see the conversion, as I mentioned before, you can see 5 double star stand for 8.5, 5 star stand for 7, and etc. So for non-JUPAS, it can be local and also non-local students. So the quotas varies over years. So in principle, the IB score is about 33. GCA level, A, B, or above. We also accept senior year's entries. The place is 4 in 2024. So they need to study 2 years to graduate, so they don't have the exchange year. So students can apply for 1 year or 1-term exchange, not from our program, but from the University Central Quota, like OAL or the college. But students need to apply for extension, that means defer, for a term or an academic year in order to graduate. And the minimum cumulative GPA, CGPA, is 3.5. Language studies. So the department offers all levels of Japanese language courses for our students, so we can always accommodate the needs of all our students. And we welcome students who have a language background, but this is not necessarily an advantage for the admission. And for to the 4-year program, I mean, if you need to, if you are senior entry, so you need to have JLPT N2 pass. Okay, and the department always emphasize or encourage students to take initiative to have their self-learning and also to develop their own potential. Interview is very important. We offered interview in July 2025. We invite about 60 students to attend our interview. So please look at these criteria. Okay, so please demonstrate yourself, like you express yourself clearly in English. You have curiosity and self-motivation to learn. You have evidence of self-directed studies and development. You have the capacity of a critical independent learning. You have leadership and teamwork skills. So please pay attention to this criteria when you join our interview. So some tips for you. For JUPAS, always put us in the band A and attend interview in July. For non-JUPAS, put us in the first choice and attend interview in March. Okay, so thank you very much for the talk. And also in the next section, we invite our Year 4 students, Ivan. Ivan, so please come here. So Ivan will share with us his experience on the 2 things. The first is his 1-year exchange program in Japan, and also his FIP. So I also time to Ivan.
Hello everyone, I'm Ivan, a Year 4 student in the Department of Japanese Studies. And today I'm going to share about my exchange experience in Japan and also about my final year project. At first, I'm going to share about my experience of my exchange year in Japan. I spent my 1 year of exchange in Kansai Gakuin University. KGU is a private university established in 1899, located in the Nishinomiya city in the Hyogo Prefecture, which is a city in the north of Osaka. It is also the top 4 private university in the Kansai region, and currently there are 500 exchange students studying in KGU. In KGU, exchange students will be studying about Japanese language and different aspects of modern Japan. For example, history, culture, politics with other exchange students. All of these, exchange for Japanese language courses, are conducted in English. Exchange students can also take other undergraduate courses and studying with the local undergraduate students. This includes the courses from the School of International Studies, Policy Studies, and etc. Students who are good at Japanese can take courses conducted in Japanese, but there are also undergraduate courses that are conducted in English. The courses that are available include Japanese history, Japanese religion, Asian Pacific relationship, and manga, a cultural history, etc. In my exchange year, I live in the international dorm in Takarazuka City in the Hyogo Prefecture. It was located in the suburban area, about 30-minute train ride to Kobe and Osaka, and therefore I am able to experience the life of the ordinary Japanese people outside of big cities. In my dorms, there are around over 20 exchange students and 10 locals, and there are regular events for exchange students to have cultural exchange with the locals, and also to meet with exchange students from different countries all around the world. In my life in Japan, other than studying, I have also been to many different places to feel the culture there. And due to my interest in Japanese history and Japanese traditional culture, I travel to places that I can learn about these topics. For example, I've been to Kihune shrines in Kyoto, Kumamoto Castle in Kumamoto, Sakurajima volcano in Kagoshima. I have also been to Kumano Hongu Taisha, one of the most important shrines in the Japanese Shinto tradition, and Koasan, the center of Shingon Buddhism, one of the most influential Buddhism in Japan, in Wakayama. I've also been to Zitengaku Tower in Osaka to see how the popular culture in the Showa period is like, and also the Hikone Castle to see how the castle in the Sengoku Jidai actually look like. Overall, I've learned about a lot of things in my exchange year. For example, because I was living in Japan I have actually experienced the daily life of the Japanese people and also their culture. For a whole year, I, to a certain extent, have lived just like the ordinary Japanese people. And this is something that an ordinary tourist cannot be simply experienced. To me, a student of Japanese studies, Japan is now more than merely a research topic, but the places that I have lived before and also an inseparable life of my life. So in reverse, when I'm observing the people and things happens in my daily life in my exchange year, or even to visit different places to see how people live, I'm actually developing my own understanding towards Japan as a culture, society, and country. Another thing is that since I'm using Japanese in my everyday life, my Japanese language have been greatly improved, and I'm able to have natural conversation with the locals. And this is something that cannot be achieved with textbook and classroom education. And from now on, I will be sharing about my final year project that I'm doing right now. So my research topic is the concept of seishin within the Imperial Japanese Army. After the First World War, there is an idea formulated within the Imperial Japanese Army that the key of winning a war is not about technology or military equipment, but rather about seishin, the spiritual attribute of the soldier in the army. In my project, I would like to discover what does seishin actually means, what are the characteristics of it, and why such idea is being formulated, and how and why such idea is popularized in the army. This final year project will be conducted in a document-based research method, which will be based on the research of primary and secondary sources, including documents articulated within the army and research by Japanese scholars. This is the end of my sharing. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. The sharing of Ivan. So this is the end of the mission talk. So If you have any question, we are welcome to come to us. And okay, so once again, thank you very much for joining the admission talk and now sharing.